This is an audio book review of American Covenant, How the Constitution Unified Our Nation and Could Again by Yuval, Levin, published by Basic Books. Dense yet optimistic Treatise calls for a revival of long-lost ideals. In American political discourse, the tide turned significantly towards a more Jeffersonian approach based on liberal ideals, such that most all American political discourse for quite some time now is mostly based on rights. Who has them, who needs them, who should have them, who should defend them, etc. Here, Levin argues that this focus on Jeffersonian thoughts has led us to the current divisive era, one that threatens to tear the American nation apart. Levin, instead, has a suggestion: the revival of Madisonian thoughts regarding Republican ideals, somewhat, but not completely, analogous to some modern foci on pluralism, but with the added focus of making pluralism work within a functioning government. After all, it was this very tension between these two competing groups that originally allowed the nation to come together under e pluribus unum, and Levin has some thoughts on how that can work again. Levin does a detailed look at the ideas, how we got to where we are, how each plays out in each realm of American polity, and how a renewed focus on republicanism could heal our divided land. It is a dense look, mostly written for scholars and deep thinkers, but for those that can hang with density akin to some substance just shy of lead, this promises to be quite illuminating indeed. And it is one of the ones that more Americans should read than likely actually will. The single star deduction here is simply due to the shorter than expected bibliography, clocking in at about 13% of the advanced review copy of the text that I was able to read, where even in a relaxed posture on that point, I would still expect around 15%. Splitting hairs at that point, perhaps, but I've had these standards since I began reviewing books several years ago, and it wouldn't be fair to either this book or all the others to not hold to the same-ish standard. Very much recommended, 4 stars. Thank you for listening to this audiobook review. If you would like to hear more of my reviews, you can find me on social media at JSXTN83 or on hardcover.app or your favorite book review site at BookAnonJeff.